Hello, hello. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm gonna be taking these glasses back because I can't see with them. So that could be something relevant. Literally I got messages other than getting bifocals. It was brought up like 2 different times throughout the day in different instances without having anything to do with mine, you know, so it was kind of silly. I'm like, okay. Somebody could be seeing things from different perspectives of there. But we got the Temperance card, okay. Ew, and 7 of Swords. So somebody could be creating a balance in their environment, okay. They could be recognizing manipulation and deception, okay. And really kind of knowing what it is that they're wanting to pour into. Okay, they could be seeing things from a different perspective, different point of view, and ready to recognize what it is that they're meant to be surrendering into, okay. Ooh, oh, sure. And we got a Page of Cups right here, so somebody could be having some type of message, or a loving expression that they feel could be moving them forward towards, they're, you know, the path where they're meant to be on, and they could be feeling like they're taking action in a way where there's a leap of faith that could be, you know, really kind of adhered to at this time. Somebody could be ready to, you know, embark on a new beginning and be more carefree. Get the food. Okay, we got the Fool. So somebody could be ready for a new beginning, okay, and you know, maybe unsure of what it is exactly that they're going to be leading forward towards, but they could be feeling confident with it stopped for a second. So it says trying to reconnect. So somebody could be feeling that they are moving forward in a way that is passionate and purposeful. They could be feeling confident within what their emotional expression is, okay. The King of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So yeah, somebody could be feeling like even though they're embarking on a unknown new chapter or beginning, they could be feeling confident with how it is that they're, you know, navigating and expressing themselves. Oh my, look at that. We got the Temperance and the Emperor right there. So somebody could be really knowing what they're needing to take action with when it comes to their desired environment, what they're wanting to pour into, and somebody could be feeling like they know what they're wanting to dedicate themselves to, what type of balance they're needing to create within themselves in order to achieve this, and they could be paying attention to their intuition, recognizing toxic or unhealthy bonds and dynamics, and getting to a greater sense of contentment when it comes to, you know, sharing their own emotional expression in a way that they feel would be, you know, fulfilling and leading towards, like, you know, positive awarenesses being made instead of focusing on the heartbreak and the negativity of the past, okay? So they can be really knowing what it is that they're needing to walk away from in order to embrace what they're truly desiring. And we got the 4 of Pentacles. So somebody could be really, like I said, know what they're needing to release themselves from and what they're meant to be holding on to. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, somebody could be feeling that they are having a greater sense of strength within the momentum that they're creating at this time. They could be knowing that they are, you know, facing certain difficult choices, but they could feel that they have a greater truth within them that is helping to guide them more intentionally instead of being focused on the negativity. Okay, yeah, somebody could have been spending a lot of time going inward, getting to a greater understanding of what is truly important to them in the first place, and educating themselves in regards to this. You know, they could have felt that they are ready to kind of stay true to this position of awareness and, you know, navigate through certain difficulty much more intentionally. Okay, we got the Ace of Wands. Excuse me. So yeah, somebody could be feeling that they are, you know, feeling a greater sense of purpose and passion. And they could be feeling content with, you know, what it is that they're giving and receiving, seeing that there is a balance, okay, within them. But they could also feel, you know, really confident with what it is that they've built at this time in order to give of themselves more freely and be more receptive of what they know they're desiring of. We get the Four of Wands right here. So there could be this, you know, twin flame dynamic, but also it's like somebody's knowing the desired structure that they're wanting to create and embrace within their home. Excuse me. In their home, family, relationships, and community, okay? And they could be feeling that they're really preparing themselves to step into this position, feeling that they are moving forward towards true fulfillment that is truly desired, instead of opening themselves up to situations that are, you know, no longer in alignment with them. And someone could be feeling that they're really kind of moving forward purposefully, in a way that is divinely aligned, into a new beginning where they could be feeling protected and guided, okay? They could be definitely recognizing the difference between the position they're moving forward towards and what it had been that they were allowing of in their energy previously. So it's like somebody could have been focused more on the difficulty previously, and at this time they could be feeling much more confident with, you know, what they're navigating themselves out of. Okay. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Dang it, missed it. Oh, man. I always gotta stare at the sun to sneeze, and there wasn't anything bright enough in here. So we got, okay. We got the Knight of Cups, okay, the Eight of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Death card, okay, so, and the Sun right there. So, somebody could be feeling that they, as they move forward in a way that, they're, confident within what they know to be true in their heart, you know, they could be feeling that they, have the strength and the skill, the mastery within themselves to, you know, move forward, in a more aligned way, feeling that they are, you know, oh, it just started raining all crazy. Can you hear it? I'm being reminded of the Duat in this imagery right here, so like the Egyptian underworld. So somebody could be feeling like they are, you know, they've navigated through all levels of difficulty, they've created a balance within them, and they could be seeing the larger picture as they move forward in a way that they feel transformed within, okay? Yeah, so somebody could be feeling truly confident and secure with their position and their desired outcome. We got the Lovers right there. But yeah, somebody could be staying true to a more positive outlook, moving forward, making more loving choices within relationship dynamics, and they could be, you know, rushing towards a devoted connection that they feel is divinely guided as they close out cycles of pain and negativity much more intentionally, okay? So somebody could be wanting to kind of move forward and save a situation from the same fate as previous scenarios. You know, they could be feeling that they're wanting to, you know, kind of supersede a situation in order to have a different outcome than they had allowed previously, and somebody could be ready to face their fear. That's weird. It like rained really hard and then stopped. That's silly. Okay. So yeah, somebody could be feeling, like I said, wanting to kind of shift and alter the pattern from how things had occurred previously in order to really what's the word I'm thinking? Protect, I guess, the desired position that they're wanting to move forward towards. Okay. Can you hear the water? Anyway, so yeah, somebody could be feeling like they're looking at the situation in a more healed way, releasing from the pain of the past, looking forward more intentionally towards the future, and having a greater sense of cooperation that is being shown to them. Okay, they could have felt that this was, you know, that they've been navigating through illusionary situations, where they could be feeling that they're leading themselves towards, you know, wish come true and major changes in their life. Okay, all right, yeah. So somebody could be ready to present themselves, and the messages that they're, you know, feeling they have within them. Okay. And they could be wielding a new truth that is helping them to navigate out of the outlook of loss that they previously could have carried around. Okay. They could be also receiving the truth that they need in order to close out those cycles of pain instead of holding on to them. Okay, so there is something right here. We got this, the moon card was on the bottom when I just looked at the bottom 2 times, right? So they could be, you know, ready to face their fear, okay, looking at things in a much more healed way and ready for true alignment to occur, feeling that they'd be opening themselves up, you know, to more joy and innocence and, you know, hope in their life, okay, as they're able to kind of receive a gift that they feel would be bringing in a more celebratory outlook and, you know, be truly aligned in the way that they're desiring of. Okay, somebody could have strength within themselves when it comes to aligning with their higher self and bringing in different levels of stability physically into their world, while really creating with their, let me see, the whole image of what their life, what their desired life would be. Okay, so somebody could be taking action quickly, navigating through different conflict and moving forward in a way where they are, you know, ready to move forward towards a much more fulfilling emotional beginning. Okay. It's so weird. The rain just kind of came and then stopped. It's not even doing anything anymore. Weird. I'm feeling kind of out of it today. I don't know why, but like, it just bothers me when I can't remember my dreams fully, you know? And like, I woke up and I was just getting like bits and pieces, but like not like a full message or awareness or whatever, or even like recall of, you know, what was going on. And it's like I remember like little bits, but like it wasn't, I don't know, significant for, I don't know, like a sense of contentment, I guess, you know? So I'm all feeling all drained or weird or whatever, but whatever. Let's see what else we got going on over here. But like the only part I can remember barely, I guess, is like it felt like I was like at a convention in certain ways. Oh, look at that. All the choices. So yeah, there's like, you know, all these different areas being presented and like, you know, people were trying to talk me into getting what they wanted, or, you know, whatever the case was. I don't know exactly, but it was weird. We got the Seven of Cups and the Justice. So somebody could be feeling, you know, that they're navigating through different possibilities and illusionary situations and getting to a greater balance, okay, within themselves. And, you know, I guess karmic awarenesses, okay? Somebody could be looking at things from a different perspective. And, you know, surrendering into what they know is true instead of allowing for undesired choices to, or, you know, situations, come on, to take the forefront of a situation, okay? So, yeah, somebody could be feeling like they're making more intentional action, okay? We got the Fool again right here. Somebody could be, you know, releasing themselves from, you know, what others had been putting upon them, and could be, you know, ready to more intentionally make their own choice for where it is that they're wanting to lead. Ooh. I was just reminded of this other dream that I had that I thought was really funny when I had it, but it was like I was standing in a business, you know, whatever, like skyscraper office type of thing, and there's this big oval table. And instead of just like sitting there and, you know, watching what the boss was having to say or whatever, I was, it's so funny when I think back about what was going on. I was sitting there, I was standing at the end of the table, and I was like, rah, 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 rah. I don't know what I was saying, but I was like yelling at everybody, like, this isn't good enough, and whatever, and like, it was pretty funny, because I like woke myself up, like, huh? But anyway, could be relevant somewhere. But, yeah, somebody could be, you know, kind of staying true to themselves and expressing their position. Oh, excuse me. We got the Fool and the Star. Okay, so somebody could be really planning on moving forward towards what they feel would be truly fulfilling for them. Okay, something they've been yearning for and planning towards. They could be, you know, following their intuition when it comes to, you know, kind of navigating through these, you know, certain difficult situations and closing out, you know, painful cycles, okay? Somebody could be recognizing what shifts and changes they're needing to make when it comes to what offers or scenarios they're no longer wanting to open themselves up to, okay? Somebody could be ready to make major changes. And, wow. We got the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords and the Death card right here. So it's like, somebody could be really kind of knowing what conflict had been restricting them from, you know, the transformations that they were, you know, wanting to, embark upon, okay? And, at this point, somebody is moving forward towards what they're anticipating coming in instead of staying stuck with, you know, what it is that they don't want, okay? So, interesting. I gotta sneeze again. Excuse me. Oh, God. I had to catch the light. I got like a split second to do it. Anyway, let's see what we got. Okay. Somebody could be aware of the pain that was brought upon them by others, and also the pain that they had brought upon themselves. And at this point, they could be feeling like they're liberating themselves. Really kind of moving more carefree in a way where they're focusing more on the joy and the positivity that they could be bringing in, instead of, you know, creating more painful scenarios. Okay, somebody could be ready to move forward into the next chapter that they know would be bringing them closer to their long-term goals and desires, and also a greater sense of emotional fulfillment. And somebody could be really ready, you know, kind of carrying the torch right now at this point, lighting the way, taking action, and communicating in a way that they know is intentional and purposeful. Okay, and we got the Knight of Coins and the Ten of Cups. So somebody could be feeling like they're leading themselves, you know, creating momentum at this point with their actions that is leading them towards, you know, probably reunification with loved ones, you know, and getting to a greater emotional fulfillment within their home and their family and relationship dynamics. Okay, somebody could be, you know, really illuminated to what they feel is meaningful and purposeful. And also something that they can't, that they can no longer deny at this time. Okay. All right. Somebody could have been feeling that when they were stuck in a, you know, kind of negative or sorrowful type of mind frame, they could have been missing out on true connection. But they could also be realizing how they were trying to keep themselves safe from certain difficulty, and there's just a need to alter and shift their perspective in order to be really allowing this loving dynamic into their life. Okay, somebody could be recognizing the signs that how they're being guided, and they could be feeling that there's more work that they're needing to put into you know, what they're desiring of, instead of keeping themselves safe from, you know, more pain. Okay, so right. We have someone who could be recognizing the strength that they have within them, that they've you know, the work that they've done, and they could be, you know, grounding themselves and maturing in a lot of different ways. And they could be feeling like they can be confident moving forward with a greater sense of balance, knowing what's important for them to do, and what type of mission, I guess, they might be on. They could be no longer looking at the situation as a burden, okay? But they could be really feeling that this is something that they're, you know, feeling is emotionally fulfilling and bringing them into a more celebratory position. We got the Lovers right here and the King of Swords. So yeah, we have the King of Cups and the King of Swords and the Lovers. So yeah, somebody could be really aligning their heart and their head, and, you know, ready to make more loving decisions and choices, knowing what steps they're meant to be taking, and, you know, what had been illusionary previously. Okay. Alright, somebody could be feeling that they are receiving assistance with some type of offer that they're wanting to present. Okay, they could be really kind of, stop. We got the Emperor and the Empress going out together. So cute. So somebody could be really feeling obsessed. Having their eyes set on a certain situation and feeling truly passionate. They could have gone through, you know, major transformations and are recognizing toxicity or unhealthy dynamics when they see it, no longer questioning themselves or doubting themselves. And we have this like sword in the stone situation right here. So it's like somebody could be knowing that they are the only one who's able or meant to take action in the way that they are recognizing for themselves. And at this point we have, you know, the Emperor and the Empress. Somebody could be, you know, recognizing a divine counterpart knowing what they're needing to take action with in order to receive what they're desiring of. Okay, and but yeah, look at that. So yeah, somebody could be really obsessed with true, you know, divine connection. Okay, and following their heart when it comes to what their desires are. Okay. Right. They could be feeling like they could be moving into a situation where they are, you know, truly cared for, and you know, that there is a intentional desire to give and receive in certain ways, where it's no longer being restricted or held back, or let me see, kind of looked negatively upon. Okay, somebody could be feeling like they're, you know, wanting to move more lovingly in this situation, and, you know, give and receive what it is that they're truly desiring of. Look at that, we got the World and the Ace of Cups. So yeah, somebody could be feeling like they're moving into a brand new emotionally fulfilling beginning, okay, where they're protected and guided, and they can intentionally pour into a situation. Oh no. Intentionally pour into a situation that they're desiring of. Okay, they can stay true to this, and they're knowing that this is you know, team dynamic that they're feeling truly confident within. Okay, they could have truth and clarity with what it is that they've been educated about, and they could be really surrendering into this desired environment, you know, having the clarity and the awareness of what is truly important. Okay, so it's like somebody's no longer fighting their inner truth, and could be ready to, come on, gimme, take action as far as achieving their desires. Wow, okay. I'm gonna take these glasses back to the store today. Energetic movement. I was gonna wait until tomorrow and see if I like needed them for this like reading club or whatever that I'm in. Club. We got a rising star, but I think I'm just gonna take them back and get it situated now because I can't stand it. So somebody's leading themselves into a higher position. Okay. And ooh, we got abundance. Lots and lots of it. Okay. Ooh. Looky. So somebody's definitely coming into a much more fruitful and fulfilling environment. Okay, it could be leading themselves into a greater level of security, support. And we got a sweetheart right here. Okay, so somebody could be really feeling confident with, you know, the way they're leading themselves, and no longer questioning their feelings or you know, what it is that they are seeing. Okay, so somebody could be feeling more attuned and in tune with their intuition, and you know, could be navigating much more freely and openly to where they're desiring to be. Okay. All right, let's find out. All right. Wow. So we have Sweetheart, Priestess, Divine Feminine, Awakening. Okay, so there could have been some type of realization that somebody had come to recently when it comes to themselves or their partner. Okay, and they could be, you know, really kind of possibly shocked, right? But awakening to certain realizations, and they could be recognizing that they are having a greater sense of ease and calm with the protection that they know that they're surrounded with, okay? Somebody could be having obsessive thoughts about, you know, love, purpose, and aligned partnership, okay? So we have the twin flame, north node, okay, and thoughts of love right there, the obsession. But, yeah, so somebody could be really feeling a strong pull and desire, okay? Somebody has faith right now in the work that is being done. They could have been feeling that there was some expectation of negativity to come in and bring them down in some type of way. But they could be realizing that was based on certain attachments or negative influences, okay, that were trying to kind of get in the way of a true connection or relationship, all right? So somebody could be having the faith that they need, or they feel that they need to achieve this outcome. Yeah, they could have felt like they had a lot of opposition that was kind of bringing them to, you know, a lower position, but when they pay more attention to their own abilities, they can be recognizing that they have the strength to, you know, combat this and heal, okay? They could be moving forward towards, you know, what they're truly wanting to manifest instead of what they've been confused about. And they could be seeing much more readily what others have been trying to take away from them or keep them from having. Okay, and that could be, you know, a truly abundant partner that would be, you know, meant to be brought in. Okay. Yowza. Yeah, there could have been a lot of intention to, you know, rid someone of a certain divine commitment that they're meant to be leading themselves towards, okay? But somebody could be recognizing that, you know, the negative work, you know, possibly spell work or whatever that could have been going on, isn't going to be affecting, you know, more elevated energies. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, the box keeps falling down. So yeah, they're recognizing that there's certain, you know, situations that won't influence the divine energy, right, in the way that they could have assumed previously. Okay, so we have community. Somebody could be, you know, kind of moving forward towards, you know, a larger group of people. You know, there could be some type of dynamic where they're involved, and they could be knowing that there is some type of conflict that could arise within expressing their truth this time, but they're wanting to kind of move forward in a way that they feel would be able to assist others. They could be feeling like they're wanting to honor their truth and what they feel is meaningful for them. They could be feeling that as they take action in this way, more intentionally, they could be assisting others who are in a lower vibration or situation, and they could be creating a sense of liberation. Okay, so somebody could be moving forward, moving on, and ready to present their truth out into the world, okay, and have this be something that's known not only by themselves but others, okay, with this courthouse card. It's like somebody could be ready to, you know, present their truth and are no longer, yeah, no longer, being discouraged, okay? Do, 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 do. Okay. We got a karmic masculine right here. So somebody's moving from, you know, kind of being in a karmic position to moving forward more purposefully, in a way that they are, you know, embarking upon a more, you know, cosmic awareness. Okay, they could be blocking false narratives, okay, and no longer allowing for you know, a lack of emotion or other people's negativity or intentions to be kind of navigating for them. All right. But yeah, we have flying monkeys, death magic, you know, ice cold emotion, right, or lack of emotion, and false truths. They are at this point being blocked. Okay. So he's recognizing the truth and the difference in the situation, and they could be seeing how other people might be, you know, as they move into their own divinity right here, they'd be seeing that, you know, they're being faced with animosity from what it is that they're, you know, blocking out of their life. But it's kind of like when you you know, make choices for yourself, you see who's really on your side or with you, and who's really kind of like a you know, unspoken or background hater or something like that, you know. So it's like you can recognize who's really around you for your own, you know, well-being, and who's around you for their own benefit, you know, like so anyway, somebody could be really feeling that they're, you know, drawn in to a, you know, like I was saying, cosmic connection. We got a starseed right there, and love spell. They could be feeling really stabilized and healed, allowing themselves to heal and heal others. And they could be feeling that they're wanting to take action not only in the physical, but shift into an awareness of what's needing to be occurring, you know, spiritually. Okay. Yeah, somebody could have been focused more on, you know, their physical wealth or abundance, and at this point they're shifting and changing, and, you know, kind of altering in a way that they know is, you know, the way they're meant to, I guess. Okay. All right. Yeah, somebody could be working, looking more towards what they can produce as far as, you know, what they're bringing into the world, what kind of changes and, you know, assistance they could be bringing, what type of positivity they could be bringing into the world. And look at that. They're wanting to get to a more blissful position, okay? Instead of focusing on, you know, emotional pain, they're wanting to really kind of let that awareness of their self, you know, rest and move forward more intentionally towards what they are, you know, desiring to come in or feeling blissful within. Okay. They could be recognizing what have been, you know, karmic influences in their life, and at this point they could be paying more attention to, you know, the divine signs that are being presented to them. Right, and they could be no longer bothered by the previous situations that were trying to get them off track. Okay, they could be looking at things in a much more mature way and opening themselves up to the truth that they know is leading them towards abundance and ascension. Okay, so cool. So somebody could be feeling that they are, you know, moving forward towards a new abundant chapter, ready to receive. Okay, they could be feeling that they're freeing themselves from manipulation and mature enough to create the endings that they need to, while giving themselves self-love and recognizing the ancestral guidance that they're receiving. Okay. They could be seeing how there is oppositional forces when it comes to a soulmate connection, but they could be surprising themselves and others with the, you know, what it is that they're actually achieving, and bringing more abundance into their world with. Okay, so somebody could be making their path straight and really kind of leading in a way where they are recognizing the messages of support and guidance, and knowing that they are balancing out certain karmic scenarios. Okay, when it comes to, we have a Jezebel right here, so you know, somebody could be feeling that they're recognizing who had been trying to take away from them, and they're leading themselves in a way where they're focused more on the light and the love within their community and their relationships. It's raining, huh, Peter? Look at that. We got a love offer and a message. Okay. Somebody could be a little feeling imbalanced in certain ways, but they could be wanting to present themselves and move forward on the path that they feel that they're knowing they're meant to. Okay, so we got a love offer and a message. Somebody could be really ready to express themselves and lead more intentionally to where it is that they know they're meant to be. It's weird how it just keeps coming and then like going really quick, like the rain. It's just like little pockets of rain and then it goes bye-bye. Anyway, I feel like super out of it right now, so hopefully this message is helping. But we got understanding and splendor, so somebody could be, you know, having a greater awareness at this point and getting to a more contented position, healing, okay, and feeling more purposeful. Ooh, with their inner knowing right there, okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, somebody could have really been going inward and receive the divine support that they're needing to in order to get, you know, to a more appreciative position and really enjoy what it is that they're receiving. Okay, appreciate it. We have understanding and spiritual quests, so somebody could be really recognizing that they, you know, aren't just kind of going through stuff, but they have, you know, a larger meaning or intention behind what it is that they're meant to be doing. Okay, somebody could have been gaining the sustenance they needed with the guidance that they're receiving in order to express themselves in a more innocent and joyful way. They've been able to clear their energy, create order and peace. Okay, and somebody could be recognizing that they have the protection they need that will lead them to a more fruitful outcome. Okay, somebody could have been reflecting on what they had been breaking previously, or what the devastation of certain areas of their life may have been. But at this point, they're wanting to explore more intentionally what it is that they could be achieving, and they could be having a greater sense of determination to do so. Okay, at this point they could be working on their resentment, okay, as a spiritual practice, like kind of knowing what it is that they need to release from themselves. And they could be moving forward towards a new beginning with a greater sense of passion, concentration, and focus, and they want to nurture the situation. Let me see, we got they could be wanting to nurture the darkness within them in a certain way, where they're making more intelligent moves and focusing more on the faith and the wisdom that they have, instead of, you know, denying themselves in whatever direction. They could be wanting to recognize where those issues may be stemming from, and making more choices that are, you know, accommodating those needs or the desires, in a way that is actually positive instead of something that's taking away more. Okay. Right, so yeah, somebody's being resourceful. They're moving forward towards this union or sense of power with a greater sense of courage and feeling prosperous within this. Okay. Yeah, we have innocence and wisdom. Somebody could be recognizing that, you know, keeping a lighthearted emotional expression and being wise with their choices is bringing them to a position that, you know, they can really persevere. Okay, there could be a deeper understanding at this point. We got stability, equilibrium, and justice. So there's been a major balance that's being shown that could be coming in. And somebody could be recognizing what type of action they're needing to take in order to get them out of, you know, what they considered an ordinary situation, and move forward more intentionally with their inner knowing. Okay, like moving forward on this spiritual quest more intentionally. Okay, and we have prosperity a lot of the times coming out right now. And completeness. Okay, so somebody could be feeling that they're moving forward in a way that is bringing them to, you know, a greater sense of wholeness, feeling that they're done, and achieving what it is that they're truly desiring of. Alright, and they could have an intentional drive. I just almost remembered my dream from last night, but it was right there. Don't remember it. Remember part of it was like just being in the front yard, like in LA type of thing or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, somebody could be having a greater sense of drive and hope, determination. Okay, moving forward towards fulfillment with the insight that they have. Okay, they could be really ready to persevere and relax into this wholeness. Oh, look at wholeness. That's so funny. Wholeness and wholeness. Okay. So yeah, somebody could be ready to move forward and relax into this sense of themselves, no longer questioning. There's been a major death and rebirth, okay? And, you know, somebody could be feeling that they are, you know, leading themselves into a prosperous position that they can delight in and be generous within as well. Okay, there could be major amounts of healing, and somebody could be really recognizing through different levels of meditation that they're transmuting, not only for themselves but for others. Okay, all right, well, that's enough for today. Hopefully this helps. I'll I'll be back on later or something like that. I gotta go do some stuff or something, you know. Anyway. I feel weird with these glasses on, so I'm gonna go handle that. Anyway, later.